My name is Dr. Jeff Mosier, and this is my bio. He, for every one of my students, first off, I just want to say this. Please, by all means, call me Jeff. I'm not a huge title guy. I like to be laid back in the classroom, and I don't necessarily want it to be about titles and stringent. I really believe at the grad level, um, the goal is to act in a facilitation role, not in, say, authoritative role. So our goal in these classes is going to be to obviously grow together. Throughout my career in higher ed, well over 10 years, I've definitely learned a ton from my students, and I look forward to learning more from my University of Mary students. So my current position, just so you all are aware, I'm presently the Doctorate of Business Administration Coordinator at the University of Mary. I was hired a few months ago, February of 2021, and so I'm leading the efforts to get that program up and running. Other stuff about me, I think everybody always wants to know when they have an instructor, how did you get here? Okay. Prior to the University of Mary, I was department chair of business at Valley City State University. I was over at Valley for almost 5 years. I was in the chair role almost three. I primarily taught leadership management courses over there, entrepreneurship, and of course I did some marketing courses. Before working at Valley City State, I was down at Sitting Bull College and taught business courses down there again, and worked on the development of Sitting Bull College's MBA. Currently, I also teach in Sitting Bull's MBA, and they pushing their first cohort through, which is awesome. So various experience teaching levels, undergraduate, graduate, and now working through development program. Exciting to me. I got my start in higher ed as an adjunct at United Tribes Technical College. I was there for almost 3 years and moved on to Sitting Bull College. But anyhow, so that's basically my higher ed background. Prior to higher ed, various backgrounds. Did some work in sales, automotive sales for a while. I was also working with various construction companies. Spent some time selling real estate. Was going to launch a company back in 2011, but the flood hit, so that was kind of one of those deals. Also had some other entrepreneurial endeavors, and so basically kind of a different, well-rounded background. I do appreciate sales. I like the challenge of it, and I also really enjoy entrepreneurship. Maybe down the road there'll be another business. I got some other ideas that I'm working on. But I just want to give pretty much kind of give you all a brief background of who I am. I think when I look at the Benedictine values, the sense of community is huge. I think it's highly important that we strive to get to know people, our peers, our classmates, our faculty. So that's part of I'm wanting to do a video bio for you all. I think written bios are sometimes boring, so hopefully I'm not boring you to death yet. But other background, I grew up in Jamestown, North Dakota, and I spent a little time there. Primarily spent most of my career and life in North Dakota. There was a few years I was out in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, and then also a very brief stint out in Las Vegas. And that was, sales positions in Vegas, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I was in the power plant industry. So that's kind of my background of who I am, what I've been doing. If you have questions, by all means, once we get into discussions and feedback of me, what I've been doing, where my goals are, please feel free to reach out. You'll notice in my profile too, I do have my LinkedIn available to you to review. Feel free to look at that. I tend to not add students on Facebook. I believe there's value in a little bit of separation. But with that said, by any means, feel free to add me on LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out via email if you have questions or concern, or call my office. Align, which is all located in our course in Canvas. So with that said, I hope you found some value in this and you kind of have an idea of who your instructor is. And I look forward to working with you all.